Good morning. Interesting day in the market today. We saw the aggressive sell-off from yesterday. Got very overextended. I think I hopped off the screens. It was probably around these 86s. So we sold off quite a bit. We broke through that level. Um, Woke up this morning. We're sitting in this level of red. I marked this level as a low volume area after news. This was 8:15, August 15th. Low volume. Typically that low volume will act as a magnet, and we look to test those levels of new price. And today I was favoring shorts after breakdown yesterday, looking to test other areas of the low volume area, roughly around 54.96. Looking for trap buyers stuck in a failed move higher. If buying holds above 55.40, we'll look for longs. And we had some interesting movement off the open, you know, and I think the key here, the market, you could look one way when the market is not open, but as soon as that market opens, the energy can completely change, and that is exactly what we got right off the open. First, I will note I did mark this level. This level wasn't marked for me initially, and it's just a level I had in mind. I wanted selling to get back below this 55.16. I was looking at these trap sellers early in the morning, and to visually understand what I'm looking at. Aggressive selling into those levels, those sellers were now trapped out, and we were holding above. And then the same thing happened. I'm going to switch this a little bit. In just a second. Okay. So aggressive selling into those areas right there. I essentially want sellers to keep that same energy when they're in that level. When we saw this right off the open, more aggressive selling stepped into the market, into that level, and it was quickly overtaken by strong buying. Large buying on the move up, and we saw this level of consolidation before making the move higher. I ended up marking out this level of 55.32 to 55.28, give or take. Just a low volume area. Buyers were strong on this move higher up. I want them to keep that same energy if we test that level again. You did get this level of consolidation followed by the move higher. This would have been in hindsight, a valid trade. It wasn't something I was prepared to take in that moment, and that's okay. The first trade I ended up taking was a short at first trade I ended up taking was a short at 55.40. I saw this large lot. This is I know it looks small, but relative to the session, that was the largest lot that printed of the session. It was an 840 lot seller that stepped in, and price started to consolidate around him. I spotted some selling kicking in, and I took that short before getting stopped out. News came out, and market did move lower. My target was at 21. Now looking back at it, I actually would have just gotten the low. You know, it's shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wouldn't, 9 times out of 10, if I was to take a trade and hold it through news, I'm not making money on it and I'm losing a lot. So, that is what it is. I'm not too stressed about it. I don't feel type of way. It's a missed move, but I don't like those those certain factors of uncertainty to rule over my trade, because I feel like there's just a lot of luck that's involved at that point. So stopped out of the first trade. The market started moving very fast, very fast. So it broke below my level where buyers were previously strong. However, we reclaimed back above, and I got in long. again at 50. 55.34.25. I took a break even trade, and this is quite unfortunate because this thing did go in my favor about 10 points. So I got in right here, got in right here, and then got out right here. Not sure exactly, this, I guess this is not what I anticipated the market to do. I mean, when we broke below that level, I'm seeing the sellers stepping in, and we're seeing these buyer sweeps higher. Sellers are getting stopped out. I see this. I'm like, I feel pretty confident in that setup. Thing is, though, is I did not respect this large seller sitting up here. And he moved price lower, and I took a break-even loss on that trade after being up 10 points. I might have been a bit greedy on that trade. I wasn't really necessarily wrong on the direction. I thought we were going to break higher. I think my target was at 46. And I got stopped out. Market started moving funny. We had this play right here at 55.40 ended up being an absorption level. We have a negative 4,100 delta at 55.40. That essentially means you had 4,128 more sellers at this level than you had buyers. So we had an absorption there. We had liquidity. Once we got back above, I'm stopped out of this trade, but once we got back above, a seller stepped into this trade, moving, or a buyer looking to buy, put his liquidity out there. Seller sold into it. Seller's not rewarded, and we're starting to grind higher off that seller that tried to sell and move price lower. So overall, it was a good day. I didn't win on the day. I didn't take money out of the market, but I was disciplined. I was patient, and I didn't do too much. I've been really focused on less is more. So in trades, when I take that first trade in the morning, that's typically the best trade for direction on the market. I lost on it. I took a second trade, I think with a valid setup. And it didn't play out. And I mean, it did play out. I was up 10 points, and I didn't capitalize. I didn't take any money out of that market. So we're good. It's all good. I think the biggest another takeaway out of this market too is how much I was favoring shorts and how much other people were favoring shorts. But as soon as that energy switches, I mean, just understanding that this is an auction. I'm not looking to trade my biases and what I think the market's going to do. I'm looking to trade what the volume is telling me. And this is telling me that buyers are in control of this market. We have selling pressure into these lows, and the buyers are strong, moving above these sellers. You can't ignore that. And I will admit that I saw some people saying that they're only favoring shorts, and it hinders my thought process because I was actually looking at some longs. I mean, I was definitely favoring shorts, but just not letting other people influence my decisions. And granted, what is the auction telling me is the most important thing. So that's it. Good day. It was a red day. Took 2 trades. One losing trade that ended up playing out. I'm in right here, and I get stopped out at 43. That one kind of played out, but that's all good. And the long here at 34.25. It's all good, man. You live to see another day. Always a pleasure. Y'all have a great day.